You move fast, smash hard, but you still lose games? Well, that's not a speed problem, that's a decision problem. In this video, we're gonna break down the top 5 strategies to increase your decision making on the court so that you can win games more effortlessly with Olympian Toby Ng. Strategy number 1, serving high, not low. So he's gonna be serving low to you.
Yeah.
And we're trying to show what the downside of him serving low is, right?
Yes.
Okay. Right now, what it looks like to me when Franklin serves low is that he doesn't have enough speed to match a low serve.
You actually have less time to react to the shuttle. What we see a lot is people serve low, they get one-shotted on a low serve, and then they'll keep doing it because it doesn't cross their mind, maybe we should just try the other serve.
Right. Okay, so should me and Franklin try serving high right now?
Yeah, so I'm curious to see, like, if you serve high, can Franklin one-shot you?
Okay, let's see. Point proven. And you know what? I actually hate it when people high serve me too, because I don't know what to do. You want to try against me? Oh, that's way too half court. This is a skill gap issue, right? So I think it's important to identify here what the real problem is. Because a lot of people might think, oh, I'm serving high and they're one-shotting me. But they don't realize their serve quality is not good enough. We should define what the minimum requirement is, right? You should at least serve it as high as you can while landing it past the first service line. So Franklin, can you do one high serve that prevents me from, because returning high serve is actually my weakness.
Bruh.
Toby, obviously Franklin can't produce results. Well, he's got notes.
I do.
Franklin sucks. But this ties into your next point, which is hit more to the center.
Yeah, like if you're hitting to the corners and then they have, let's say, a really good forehand slice, right? Then ideally what you want to do is make them cut down the angles.
So let's show what this looks like. Say I hit to your corners, right? Okay, not bad.
Oh, good shot.
Yeah, okay, I'm very out of position.
Yeah, usually it's just, again, like if you can't tell if they're gonna hit straight or cross, right? Then if you hit it to the middle, they actually will probably hit to the sides because nobody practices a slice from the middle.
Yes.
Right? Everyone practices their shots from here because this is where they usually comes from, right? But then you lift it to this side, then it's actually quite awkward. So you can actually try again. So let's see what a slice looks like from the middle.
Okay.
Right, so a lot of times what happens is then they hit too much because what they're used to, and then they might just go out the side, right? So you get a free point just because you lift it to the middle.
Right. When do we serve it to the sides?
If you want to change it up, or maybe their angles aren't very good. So again, if they don't have a good slice, you don't have to worry about the angles, or you don't want to move so much, then you can keep them in the corners.
Okay.
But usually it's more of a defensive move when, let's say, they have really good shots and good angles, and you can't tell what they want to hit.
Right.
And then so because of that, you want to narrow the angle down by hitting it to the center.
So yeah, so when we're trying to play more defensively, we should just narrow it to the center. And when we want to try moving, playing like we're winning points, then we open up more.
Yeah, so it just depends on the game. If things are working well, then you can do whatever you want. But when things aren't working out, then you might want to change it up because a lot of times we just force whatever we're doing and we just try harder, which usually isn't the best.
And we should apply this
tactic.
not just in our serves, in the whole rally, right? Okay, let's try demonstrating this then. We're gonna play some rallies.
Sure.
What I'm gonna do is, unless I decide to attack, I'm gonna keep everything pretty center. And then when I decide it's time, then I'll go more for the sides.
Sure.
Okay. That's good. So I hit to the center, but I didn't even have to move, right? Ugh. Center left, reset, easy. Now go. One question I have about this is, for example, on my recovery shot like this backhand, I feel like going center here doesn't make too much sense than going straight.
Again, it depends on what their preferences are, right? If they have a good forehand push, or if they're left-handed, then everything kind of changes as well. But yeah, if you hit to the middle, like that also can mean like center on the same side, center on the other side. So it changes the game a little bit, but again, because people actually don't practice from the center, it's just you cut the angles down and then it's a little bit more of a neutral game.
All right, so what is our fourth thing?
Again, notice that at no point did he decide to smash down the middle.
Down the middle.
Even when he lifted to the center. So sometimes the weakness with the center lift is the fastest smash is a straight line. So a body smash is something that a lot of people forget to do because they're always kind of waiting here. The racket's waiting on one side, but hitting to the body is going to
So how can we
change
show
things
this?
up. Yeah, I mean, if you play, like just smash the body and see
So
what happens.
I guess how we can show this is, the first time right now we're trying to showcase what it looks like right now, which is what happens when you don't smash in the center.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we'll do that, smash, block, lift,
Yeah.
but we can only hit to the sides. Okay, let's do Franklin smashing. This doesn't apply to me. Franklin can't get any shots.
If you're only smashing to the sides, actually middle is something that is also an option. So there's actually 3 options. It's not straight cross. There's actually a third option, smash on the middle. So it's one more thing your opponent now has to cover, right? And then so try and mix it up, add that third option in, and then see if you have a better chance.
Okay, should we see how effective this is gonna be?
That's what we want to see.
Let's recap what we covered so far. Serving back, hitting center, attacking to the center. And we only did 3 so far?
Yes.
Wow, we already learned so much. I think with just these 3, I'm already good. But sure, we'll do the last 2 in case people want to beat Lindan. What's the last 2?
Try to hit to the same corner a few times to stop them from moving, right? A lot of times people hit a spot, right? And then they're like, okay, I'm gonna hit to away from them. So usually diagonal corners are the furthest, right? But it becomes obvious to the point where they can just run to one of the other corners.
Okay.
Even before you hit to anticipate, you hit to them and then they push you to the back.
Okay.
Happens a lot.
Okay, so let's show what that looks like. Thank you so much to our members currently supporting our channel. Without you guys, we wouldn't even have the strings on our rackets. If you guys want to see us make the best content for you, then please support us by joining our YouTube membership. All right, Toby. So, hitting to same spot.
Yeah, hit like 3 or 4 times, same corner.
He got more and more out of position.
And then he still tried the worst shot probably to hit. That's our next point, but whatever.
Our last strategy, and one of the most important ones, is if you're not in position, don't try to hit a winner. Pan to Franklin face. Why do you make the face? Don't try to win when you're not in, what's the word?
Position.
Position. Okay, let's define when is it okay to hit a winner? Because I don't think it's actually that clear, even for myself.
If it's really, if you can, it's like gambling, right? So if you can afford to lose the point, then it's okay to take the gamble. If you're winning by a lot of points and if you make a mistake, then probably it's okay. But if it's, let's say, 19-all in the 3rd game, probably is not the one where you want a jumping backhand smash.
Yeah.
Unless you want to hope that it gets you a video or something.
Right, so let's try this. What I'm gonna think about is, I'm only gonna go for the winner if I think in the next 2 shots, I can win the point.
Not even that far, just the shot you're hitting
One
or the
shot?
shot after. Yeah, just the second shot.
Yeah, so shot I'm hitting or after, so 1, 2.
Sure. Okay,
right?
yeah.
Okay. So that was a mistake.
Yeah, so he smashed it and charged forward without kind of considering what else might happen.
Yeah.
So then he just made a mistake outright.
That was a mistake on both of our ends. Because my shot there, I was trying to do something when I probably shouldn't have. And if it's anyone decent, they would have just killed that.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's a bit harder on defense because you're under pressure.
Right.
So for this, let's just stick to like when you're attacking,
Okay.
when you have the most control there.
Right.
Then those are the worst unforced error.
Okay. It made my attack more obvious to have that separation too.
Yeah, and then you were ready for the follow-up.
Yeah. So that was not 1-2. And if I thought about a 1-2, I wouldn't have done that. Oh, that was
Impressive.
good gamble. Okay, so is it time to put it all together?
Just one last thing, maybe to make it more memorable, is try and smash once per rally, maximum, right? In certain conditions, obviously it'll change. If your fitness is good, that's fine. But if you can train yourself to like prepare and set up for that one smash where you can just kind of hit and follow, then that'll probably be a good way to train and then see kind of where things go from there.
That's actually a really good final thought to tie in all of this, because I think that one thought will kind of force you to do everything else.
Yeah, like all these things can be put together, but again, take whatever is useful, and if it's not, then just do your own thing.
Okay,
Right?
let's try it in a final 7 points. Okay, that was a winner. I just have no feel.
That's okay.
Woo. Wow, corner. Kind of messy, but. What's up?
Good shot.
Interesting.
Frankly, your serve is legal.
Oh, that was a teaching.
To the same corner.
1-2. Ooh, fit.
Almost.
Ooh. There we go. Okay, if you guys enjoy this video, please support our channel and get exclusive perks through our YouTube memberships. We have private chats, video analysis, and so much more. So join down below.